Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Hanyu no Yashahime Sengoku Otogi Shoshi. Yes, that is a mouthful, but it is basically Inuyasha 2.0. Yes, I was so eager to watch this series. I was so eager to watch this new series because yeah, it's a little bit of nostalgia for me. I was a fan of Inuyasha. I didn't like much the ending because honestly, it wasn't an ending. It was just kind of a continuation. The last episode of Inuyasha is just saying, "Okay, I want to see the next one. I want to see the next one. I want to see the next one," but without any new episodes. Unfortunately, because Sesshomaru was still there. Yes, it was cooperating with Inuyasha, but honestly, nothing out of ordinary come out of Sesshomaru. Inuyasha was still kind of flirting with Kagome, but wasn't, and it was kind of weird. Sango was still not with oh Miroku, I think it was the name of the priest. I don't recall his name that well. So yeah, there are a lot of things that were not close in that that series finale. Hell, the main villain was not even captured or defeated or anything. We didn't have anything from this series. So, I wanted to see how they are going to continue this. I know that this series goes around with the daughter of Sesshomaru and the son of Inuyasha. I don't know. I don't know if it's a son or if it's a daughter or whatever. But yes, I know that much. That is what I know. And obviously, it's not going to be an entire continuation or an immediate continuation of Inuyasha, but my nostalgia glasses are going to be there. I want to watch this new series. I want to watch it. Because, yeah, it reminds me of part of my childhood. So, yes, I want to see this series. And yeah, I was going to react this sooner because yes, this was always on my plans. This was always on my plans. But I lost track of time and I didn't figure out that this series was already out. And I still got to a couple of episodes to catch on. So, yes, that is what I'm going to do. Perhaps not today because, again, other stuff that I need to do, other stuff that I need to see. But yes, I'm going to try to catch up with this series because this is honestly something that I wanted to see in the moment I saw the trailer for this animation. Unfortunately, I could not react to said trailer because yeah, I already watched it. I was not even thinking about reacting to that. So yes, that's why there is no reaction to the trailer for that in my case. But this is something I'm really excited to see, and I want to see hell even an improved animation for the attacks of Inuyasha and Sesshomaru and all that we are seeing in the previous series. So yes. This is a warning for all the people who doesn't know what Inuyasha is. Watch Inuyasha because I don't know how much plot relevance that is going to be. I don't know how much information from the previous series this new series is going to take. So yeah, just a warning. Watch Inuyasha because it's a great series, and yeah, obviously after that come back and watch my reactions or watch the series or whatever is your decision, obviously. But yes, I think I'm starting to speaking way too much in this intro, and it's not even the first episode that I have watched. So let me just remind you that if you are not part of the channel, please consider a subscription and turn on notifications. If you enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment so I know what you think about my reaction, the episode, or my commentary in the end. And if you want to share the video, please do so because again, we don't know what YouTube wants. Sometimes they want likes, sometimes they want views, sometimes they want sharings. We don't know. We don't know. So if you can do all the stuff at the same time, just at the same time, if not, it's not, YouTube is going to say, oh no, you have to do it all the same time. So yes, if you can do it all the same time, even better, man. But anyway, yes, I think I'm tiring you with this intro. So let's cut all of these and watch the episode, shall we? back, I just watched a second time the first episode of Yashahime Sengoku, etc., etc., etc. I'm not gonna try to say that name because I'm gonna butcher it every single time. So I just, well, just saying that, Yashahime, because it literally translates to half demon princess. I think it was a translation that I look it up on Google. So far, what I'm getting from this anime is that the daughter of Sesshomaru and somebody else, in this case, oh god, Towa, is kind of the protagonist. The other one is Moroha. I think that is the child of Inuyasha. Why? Because the personalities are very similar. Kind of, Towa is more dry, is more calm, more collected, and Moroha is more, I don't know, childlike, more exuberant, more with a lot more energy than Towa. So yeah, that's what I'm guessing. I was gonna say that Setsuna was the son or daughter of Miroku and Sango, but after watching it a second time and paying a little bit more of attention to the names of the kids, none of them are named like Setsuna. So I have a lot of doubts about this. Who is this guy or girl? I don't think it's the son or daughter of the little brother. Oh god, Kohaku. Yes, I forget some of the names of Inuyasha, so that's why I'm going to be checking a lot of times my notes. But yes, but no, it doesn't make sense. He looks way too young, and this is supposed to happen just like a decade ago or something along those lines. So I am still a little bit dubious about who Setsuna is, who she represents or he represents. So I'm intrigued to know all of this information. Obviously the show is not going to give me that in the same moment that it starts, so I am eager to know more. Obviously I am speaking about the characters that almost didn't appear in this episode, because yeah, they only appear at the beginning and in the end of the episode. These are kind of the introduction of our new characters. In this case, our new, what I guess is 3 protagonists, Towa, Moroha, and Setsuna. I am intrigued to know more about these 3 because the information I got is kind of lacking. What I can tell is that Towa is more in the way that was Kagome, that she's going to the modern Japan, and especially thanks to the opening, that she is in modern Japan and she's learning modern stuff, and that's why she recognized the bicycle seat and all of that new technology, and yeah, even the history book or social studies books that she has. So there are a lot of things that got me that point, that she is more akin to modern Japan than feudal Japan. And what I can guess is Moroha and Setsuna are more akin to the feudal Japan, thanks to the way they dress, thanks to kind of even the wanted to know more about the modern world. So yes, this is what I get from this first episode. That is what I get from, obviously, how our main protagonists are behaving, and obviously a little bit of their personalities. So their personalities, again, it's just like Towa is more the serious one. Well, not as serious. I think it's very similar to yeah, I don't know, a teenager wanted to be very serious, but not successfully doing so, because the way she react with the biker seat. Then of course we have again Moroha, which is more childlike, more happy, more energetic. So yeah, and the one that is really serious is Setsuna. And I am intrigued about Setsuna because the way she dressed or he dressed is it's kind of a combination of I don't know, the demon hunters and Sesshomaru's scarf, like very fluffy scarf. So I am intrigued of who she is or who he is. I have no idea, and I'm intrigued about that, which is obviously something good because I want to know more about them. It's not that okay, I don't like them, I don't care about them. No, this is the other way around. I want to know more about these characters, about these new characters. Obviously, the middle of the episode, the meat of the episode was again we return to Inuyasha, to Kagome, to oh god, to Sango, to Miroku, to all of them, to all the people that were part of the Inuyasha crew, let's say. And this kind of middle part serve as a way of newcomers to understand how the world of Inuyasha works, because again, this is a spin-off, this is a sequel of the same world, of the same place, with a little bit of difference, but I don't think enough to make it difficult to understand if you just came from Inuyasha. But again, this is a great point of showing the previous generation, showing how the world behaves, what is the world about demons, about creatures, and how they need to be defeated, by showing us, not telling us, oh, this is what Inuyasha did. Yes, technically they are telling this story to Towa, but for us, we are just watching the world. We are not just hearing the words. We are watching how the world behaves. And I think this is a neat tool for, again, the newcomers to understand how the world works, what were our protagonists, what were their powers, how this works, and what was the dynamic between each other. And obviously, I love the fact that little notch of the ones who have children in that moment, in that flashback, were actually Miroku and Sango, because for those who watch Inuyasha, you know well where I'm going with this. Miroku was just desperate, and I seriously mean this, desperate to have children. He just hit on every woman that he encountered. And there is a good reason for that. It's not just because he was a horny little bastard. No, he was kind of horny, yes, but there was another reason, actually. He wanted to have kids because in the past he has a black hole in his hand, and this is kind of hinted at in this episode that yes, he misses this power, but obviously that was not just a power, it was a curse, that every single member of the family has this curse, this black hole that absorbs everything, and if it's not controlled, this is going to absorb even the host of said curse, and obviously this is going to be passed on to the next generation. But that doesn't mean that the current host is going to be get rid of it and the children is going to be dealing with that. No, everybody has the black hole, and everybody was going to receive said black hole, but it's going to consume, and so they can find the cure of said curse. It need more time, and that's why it wanted to pass it on, so the children, if he did not succeed at lifting the curse, the children will succeed, and all of that. So that's why there is a good reason for that. But yeah, now it has disappeared. He no longer has this curse upon him, and obviously his children no longer has that curse. So all is well. And again, it's kind of odd, but it really makes sense because it's just 6 months after perhaps the true ending of Inuyasha, that now Naraku has been defeated. I don't know what happened to oh god, Kyoko, I think it was. Yes, I think it was Kyoko, the original priest. The original priest, which has a love triangle between Kagome, Inuyasha, and her. And obviously the little sister of this girl, Kaede. Yeah, is the little sister, because actually Kyoko is dead. She was resurrected thanks to Naraku, and yeah, the love triangle reignite because Kagome is supposed to be the reincarnation of this priest, so that's why. Yes, it's a lot more complicated because yeah, Inuyasha was a series of 200 plus episodes, so yeah, that's why it's kind of complicated. And there are a lot of things that I haven't said, like the curse of the little brother of Sango. the little brother of Sango. Oh God, I forgot his name. Kohaku. Yeah, I need to really reread my notes. Kohaku, and obviously the little mascot Kirira. That he was possessed by a demon and he was evil in a certain point thanks to Narako. So yeah, everything goes around Narako in the original Sesshomaru. That's just the point. Narako was a bastard and affect everybody in his bastardness. So yeah, that is basically what you need to know. But yes, there is a lot of stuff in this episode. Obviously, we got to see new powers, we got to see new enemies, but again, it's basically a way to introduce you to the world of Inuyasha, to the world, how it works, how it behaves. So it's fascinating to see all of this from the perspective of somebody else, from somebody who is narrating everything that is happening. And not only that, it's an interesting point of introduction of our world, of the world of we're going to enter. So again, I like this portion of the episode. Yes, kind of introduce the main characters, give us the world, give us the interest in the characters, and let's move on. Again, it's perhaps my nostalgia glasses that I'm watching this with such fascination, but I honestly love this first episode. I cannot wait to see the next one. And there is something I want to say, and again, I know perhaps I have fans of Boruto in my channel. I don't know. Nobody has asked me to watch Boruto, and it's a good thing. Why I said this? Naruto was one of the animes that I really enjoyed back in the day. I really like it. I hated the filler because those episodes were terrible, but I love the main story of Naruto. When Boruto was introduced, I wanted to see Boruto so badly, but I started watching it and I didn't like it. I think it's boring, I think it's uninteresting, and I think they are diminishing the main characters of Naruto just to make Boruto look better. That's what I don't like about Boruto. That is not, I think in my opinion, a good continuation of Naruto. Perhaps you think enjoy it, that's great, that's fine by me. But in my particular case, I cannot like Boruto. And I try. I said perhaps it's because it's a new series. Perhaps I need to give it time. Perhaps something else. And I watched it later on and I still didn't like it. I still didn't like it because they take the characters that I love. Naruto, Rock Lee, Kakashi. All of these characters that I like. And they make them boring. They make them uninteresting. They nerf them. Just they can shine. Just like Boruto can shine. Because again, if you take the ending of Naruto Shippuden and put it in perspective against Boruto, Naruto, in the end of his series, he became practically a god. He could do whatever he wanted. He was just so overpowered because it makes sense. It was the end of the series. He no longer needed to defeat another enemy or anything like that. So that's why it doesn't make sense for me to see Boruto and they showing me like he is more powerful than Naruto, and I claim bullshit on that one. So that's why I don't like Boruto. Why I bring these? Because this series I think is doing a better job. They are saying, okay, yes, Inuyasha is powerful. He's more powerful by the, if we compare it by the end of the series, but he is not almighty. And these guys, these new protagonists, are powerful, but they are not almighty either. They don't need to nerf down Inuyasha so they can shine, but they don't have that need. So that's why I like this new series that is connected to a previous one than Boruto, which is the same case. And perhaps because a lot of more years have passed from Inuyasha to this new series, because Boruto came almost Shippuden end, a few movies appear, and then bam, Boruto appear, and perhaps that's why we don't have time to dwell in this nostalgia and to have, okay, I want to see a new series. No, they try to make it just in the same, almost at the same time. So perhaps that's why it doesn't work. And this works because, yes, I still want to know how Inuyasha got that new power, because by the end of the anime, and I'm not saying the manga because I've never read the Inuyasha manga. I just watched the anime. Perhaps the manga readers could clarify this for me. But in the end of the anime, nothing was resolved. Naraku wasn't defeated. Actually, in the last battle, when you say, oh my god, they're going to defeat Naraku, Naraku escaped in the end. Because Sesshomaru, Inuyasha, Miroku, everybody was ganging up against Sesshomaru in the last battle. But it never happened. It never happened. And I wanted to know what happened to Naraku, because I don't know if he's dead by this moment. I don't know if Kyoko is still alive by this moment, or she just passed away already. The only thing I know is the Shikon Pearl, and yes, I think they call it jewelry, but for me, well, it was always the pearl, was destroyed. So there are a lot of doubts, a lot of things that I want to see. So perhaps it's that, my desire to know more about the world of Inuyasha, because there were so many things that were unclarified in the anime ending that we got, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago? I don't even recall how long it has been. But anyway, I think I really exhausted the topic of this episode. I hope you enjoy it. And yes, let me just remind you that if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription and turn on notifications. If you enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment so I know what you think about my reaction, the episode, the series, or a little bit of nostalgia for Inuyasha in this case. Share it if you want to. Please do it, again, all at the same time, because again, we don't know what YouTube really wants. And yes, I think that's it. I really exhausted the topic of this one. I hope you enjoy it, and well, I don't have anything else to say, but thank you for your attention and see you on the next one. Bye!
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.